lovely people. Let's talk. There's a podcast here. What's it about? Well, first, let's drop the intro. Hey, Bestie Boos. This is Dr. Marcia, and you're listening to the Movement for Everybody podcast, the show for all the homies looking to find joy and liberation through movement. So, you heard it here first. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the podcast for the book of its same name, Movement for Everybody, written by me, Dr. Marcia, your friendly neighborhood physical therapist, certified yoga teacher, and now author. So, this space is where we are going to get into the nitty gritty. We are going to Yap City. We are going to have a Yapathon. We're going to talk and talk till the end of time with healthcare professionals like myself, with coaches, with group fitness instructors, Pilates, yoga, dance, pole instructors, step, hip hop, everything and anything in between, because what? We're talking about movement for who? Everybody. And everybody likes to move differently. Yeah? And what's the vibe? Well, I was blessed enough to be able to have a little book tour last year when my book came out in August of 2024. And in that book tour, there were so many small, intimate conversations in rooms with people that were passionate about movement, but not passionate about toxic fitness culture. That is a term coined by Ilya Parkner of Decolonizing Fitness, by the way. So we were in these rooms speaking on things that were touched on in this book, of course, and the broad concepts of why this world likes to use movement to force us to want to make ourselves smaller. Well, number one, it's profitable, and number two, it's a great distraction from handling real business, right? So that's what we're going to get down to on this show. This is a space that is really highlighting the experience of folks that are othered in health, fitness, and wellness spaces. We're talking Black and brown folks. We're talking queer, neurodivergent, larger body, disabled, whether your disability is seen or unseen. Everything and anything in between that spectrum, right? We are all worthy and deserving of moving around, frolicking, and having a little fun. We are all worthy and deserving of moving around without necessarily seeking weight loss or some sort of cure or fitness to our body, fix to our body, or even looking cool. We can enjoy movement if we look silly doing it too, right? So that's the vibe here. We are all in a little small room together in a nice cozy coffee shop, or maybe a real beautiful queer inclusive gym like Radically Fit Oakland, and we're sitting on the couch and we're talking. And there is going to be no stone left unturned in this talking when we get to Yap City, because everything is connected. We cannot separate mental health from physical health. We can't separate the stress of the day. Like right now, how many dumpster fires are going on? We can't pretend that doesn't affect us in the way that we move, how that we move, and why we might choose certain forms of movement. We're talking about it all, baby. And while we're here talking, we're going to go ahead and make something clear. There will be zero tolerance for transphobia, homophobia, racism, ableism, Zionism, or the like. So if you are not about the action that I'm about, go somewhere else. This is a great broad internet. You don't have to be here with me in my liberation focused space. Okay, you could do something else with your time. That will not be tolerated. All right, but otherwise, if you're with it, you could join us for these monthly little cozy chats that will be streamed live on my YouTube channel, Move with Marcia, and also streamed audio version to wherever you listen to your podcast. Whatever your platform is, I'll be there. And if I'm not there, send me a message. I'll get there. Okay? So, the first show of the Movement for Everybody podcast will be March 15th, 1:30 p.m. EST. And we'll have our guest Laura on to talk with us about all things movement and whatever comes up. And you're welcome to join on YouTube and type questions in the chat, speak along with us, contribute to the conversation, and all that good stuff. I can't wait to see you then, and I thank you for tuning in. And It's a great way to stay in shape. Okay, love you, bye. Thanks for hanging out and listening to the Movement for Everybody podcast. You can find the book by its same name at major retailers, independent bookstores, and your local library. Be sure to follow me at Move with Marcia on all the socials and say hello sometime. Toodles. You had to be as loud as possible.